Hey guys, it's Coco Tarot, and today we have another pick a card. And today's topic is going to be, how are you showing up on people's devices? How are you showing up in phone calls about you, texts about you? What are people saying? I'm basically going to dive my ether body into the mother chip of whoever you are thinking about. So you can pick a pile based off of the thumbnail. And we're just going to get right into it, and I'll see you in your piles. Hey, pile one, we're going to see how you are showing up in people's devices, or if you're thinking of a specific person, what are they saying in their phone calls and texts about you. So we're going to get the cards out first, and then I will go into the message. So how is pile one showing up on people's devices? Okay, we got the room. How is pile one showing up on people's devices? Okay. Follow an independent lifestyle. Clash of spirits. How is pile one showing up on people's devices? How is pile one showing up on people's devices? Gosh, guys, what I'm getting right now is insane. Insanity. Insanity. All right, we're going to get into the tarot now. How is pile one showing up on people's devices? What are people saying about them on their devices? Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, pile one. This is really interesting. I feel as if people are chatting about your relationship. They could be chatting about a pregnancy. There are some people talking about you trapping someone with your womb, or, being this girl with the snake hair. If you are a masculine, you could be with someone and be clashing with their family members. It's almost like people are talking about your relationship and how it started and why it's even happening. They feel like you plotted something out, or that you trapped someone. Okay, someone here feels like you trapped someone with a pregnancy, with a relationship. They feel like you got very creative and you needed this person because you were living an independent lifestyle, or you didn't, you needed this person for money. It's like people are talking about your love situation, but there's no love here. You see, it's about relationships and stuff, but they're not talking about the love in your relationship. They're talking about some kind of drama, or some kind of pregnancy, or something that's birthing within the relationship. Definitely a lot of text messages. This could be from someone's family. There could be clashes with family, like I said, and family members texting upset about a pregnancy or questioning a pregnancy. If you're not in a relationship right now, people could be talking about your line of work. They could feel as if people are talking about what you do at work. They could be texting each other like where it is, about where you work. Some people could think that you're lying about what you do for work. It's making me think, I saw this thing recently where someone said that when guys see a girl with a link tree in her bio, they automatically assume that she does content online that is, 18 plus and stuff like that. So there's this notion here, since I'm being brought to that, where people, they question your line of work, and they talk about this with each other. Like, what it, pile number one, they live this independent lifestyle as an artist, or they do things that are maybe not a normal job or a temp work, or maybe you're a tattoo artist or something like that, but they feel like in the background you might be doing something different, or you actually don't have it as together as it seems. Unfortunately, pile number one, there's a lot of talk that isn't so much positive centering you in people's text messages in particular. Particularly a family member, either your family member or the family member of someone that you are in a relationship with. For some of you guys, this is an ex of somebody that you're with, or maybe your ex. It's kind of like someone could be upset that you are moving on, or that you have established something elsewhere to the point where they kind of don't believe it because they are so wrapped up in it. You don't seem to be noticing this though, Paul One. I feel like even though people have negative things to say about you, you're in a period right now where you're kind of creating your life and going with the flow and figuring things out as they come. And maybe there's people that don't really understand that, or you haven't communicated why you do certain things. And I'm not saying that you have to, you're allowed to live however you want, but because of that lack of communication or people not seeing eye to eye with you, that clash of spirits, it's like they're just making their own assumptions and filling in the blank. Okay, you're showing up on people's devices as kind of the villain. Honestly, you're showing up as the villain, the bad guy, the person where it's like you're showing up as the, they're the crazy ex, or they're the, you know what I mean? It's very judgmental. Rumors. I'm hearing that Lindsay Lohan song that's like, I'm sick of rumors starting. People could just be saying stuff because a lack of understanding. For some of you guys, if you are spiritual, or you have a spiritual business, or you even do something, like I said, that is independent, people could be questioning this as well. Empath and narcissist paradigm is on this card. Being charmed or used, enable boundaries. People, they think that you're a snake charmer. They think that you manipulate to get what you want. I'm hearing they don't really see the vision. And some of you, you could be worried about what people are saying about you, because maybe you are in a period of your life where, like I said, you're going with the flow. You don't really have a plan, or you're just kind of taking things as they come, day by day. So there is this message to not worry so much about what people are saying. People don't really know your life. You just kind of have to be strong in your independence if that's the lifestyle that you're choosing. And for some of you, if you're dating a particular person, I feel as if there's always going to be people talking about it. I don't know if it's you or this person, if they have a lot of friends or family or whatever dynamic that they have in their life, but there's always going to be this talk about how this relationship started. And you know that. People are comparing their lives to yours on their devices. You know what I mean? They're looking at pictures of you and dissecting, like, who's that, or where are they, or are they at this? It's a lot of hearsay. I'm hearing that song by Billie Eilish, Bad Guy. I'm telling you guys, you are the villain right now. People are really upset. But it has nothing to do with you. Because, this is all appearances, because we are talking about devices here, so this could just be a reflection of what you appear to be like on social media. But I do think people are also talking because they know you're creating something. They know that you have something going on in the background, or something is birthing, and maybe they can't figure out what it is. So there could be talk centered around that. Someone here is definitely upset about a relationship, okay? And I feel as if it's the ex of whoever you are with. They are really upset. Okay, they're like, how did they, I did everything for this person and now they're married within a year? Or, it's got that energy where maybe you left a relationship and you went into a new one, and now you're really happy, and your old partner or someone's old partner is like, what the heck? We were together for so long. How are you just happy now? There's something here where you shedded an old skin. And although people see you as a snake, what they don't realize is that you have adapted to the cards that you were dealt. That's what I'm hearing. Someone's mother could be yip yapping about you. This is really random, but you could be an empath, but people think you're a narcissist, or I don't know. It's like whoever you are, people see the opposite. A lot of people, they just instantly, maybe you're the type of person where people either love you or hate you. There's just black and white thinking when it comes to you. how people view you, their perception of you. But yeah, Paul One, this is what I'm getting for you. Unfortunately, you are kind of the villain or the bad guy on a lot of people's devices for what seems to me from this spread not a really good reason. But that is your reading, Paul One, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, Pal 2, we're going to get right into your reading and see how you are showing up on people's devices. You know, what are they saying about you and their phone calls and texts and things like that. I'm going to get the cards out and then we're going to go into the message. So, how is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? How is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? The Storm. How is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? Feelings of security. Tendency to be overprotective. How is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. How is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? Worry. Interesting, Pile 2. Very interesting. Right off the bat, you're showing up in somebody's voice recordings. Or some kind of recording with this cassette here. It's making me think of a tape recorder. How is Pile 2 showing up on people's devices? Stress. Depression. Jeez. Attached to the path. Okay, yeah. Wow. Wow. Pile 2. I'm going to say right off the bat, this could be a specific person. There is a specific person who has voice recordings, videos, memories that's attached to the past here. You guys have been through a lot. This is someone that you have had ups and downs with, whether it is romantic or platonic. It's like sometimes you guys are best friends or really have each other's backs, and other times you guys could be enemies or really be harsh with each other. Someone here is worried about you. Maybe they haven't heard from you in a while, or you used to be someone who helped them relieve some kind of stress. Maybe you made cassettes or mixtapes for this person. You could have shared a playlist with this person. It's like they are revisiting files of you. They could have files in their computer, so this person is definitely using their computer. This is telling me that this is someone from years ago, because I'm seeing like old computers, like those big desktop computers from the early 2000s and the 90s. I'm seeing stuff from the early 2000s, maybe 2016 could be relevant, 2014, 2009, 1997. There's something here where someone, they're worried about you, or they're thinking about you with some kind of worry and stress. They could feel as if you're unbothered by time, or that you don't notice the passage of time, but they notice. They could have songs that remind you of them. You show up on all of this person's devices. And there's something specific here about a voice recording or some kind of recording that this person could replay. I just heard a sound bit. I feel as if Pile 2, you have a secret admirer or a secret guardian angel, or someone who is secretly vouching for you in the background. So this person could be defending you, or I don't know. It's like this person, they care about you a lot. They're there for you, and it's very loving feelings. But at the same time, with the outdated thinking here, it's making me think that maybe this person, they knew you as a version of yourself that you are not right now, in the present. They idolize, or they put on a pedestal this version of you from the past. But in a lot of ways, you are no longer that person anymore. So there is this outdated thinking where this person, it's like they're trapped in a time machine of you when you were who you were 7, 10, whoever you were years ago. And in a lot of ways, they can't really see the new you. You've changed, okay? And maybe this is what I meant when I said earlier about you not noticing. It's like they're trapped in a place from years ago when it comes to you in particular. So if you grew up with this person, they could still see you as a child, or they could, you know what I mean? Even if you grew up, they're very overprotective of you. And what's crazy is you have a huge effect on this person, but you don't realize it. There's a whole part of your life that this person hasn't seen, or they haven't been able to tap into, and that could also be why there is this misalignment to how things really are in the present. It's like when they think of you in the past, they can escape. You know, like when you hear a song that reminds you of a good time, and for that 3 minutes and 40 seconds, you are back in that time machine, you know? And it's like the second they step out of the time machine and they're back in the present and you are who you are now, it creates this storm inside of them. Very interesting, Pile 2. You show up everywhere for this person. I feel as if you could be haunting their feed, is what I'm hearing, or the new you shows up somehow. And that's why they have to tap into these old files of you, these old pictures, these old videos, or voice recordings to, you know, remember who you are. Or not even remember. It's like they have to almost pretend that that is who you really are. So for example, if this is a parent, this is like them having to realize that you grew up or something, you know, and them still playing your baby videos or looking at your baby pictures and still seeing you as, you know, that 5-year-old or whatever. You know, it's got that energy, even if it's not a parent. This person, they just can't see you for who you are right now because for some reason it just causes chaos in their mind, in their body, in their spirit. This card here is making me think of the root chakra. This person needs to ground. It's like when they think about you, they're not, you know, they get stressed from real life. They go listen to that song or they get back in that time machine. But then they have to come back and ground into reality because they get lost in it. They're very protective of you. I won't lie to you, Pal, too. This person is a little dramatic with their love for you. It's very, they want to protect you and cradle you like a newborn. You know, I'm seeing Moses in the basket when his mom is like singing to him and, you know, releasing him in these waters. It's like real big energy. You are, maybe you don't even know this, but whoever this is, you could feel like it's very cordial or friendly or just, you know, whatever, normal. But to this person, you have changed them. Okay, and this square, there's a bunch of lips here, something about your mouth or the things you guys said, the conversations you guys had. This person, they're stuck on you. And they're very protective of not only you, but this memory of you. Okay, this person, they could even want to get a tattoo or something of you or something you said or your name, you know, and, you know, tattoo, it's kind of like blood magic. Okay, it's kind of like when you prick your finger when you're a kid and you're like, we're blood brothers now. You know what I mean? There's something here where someone, they want to, I just heard risk it all for you. Okay, this person, it's very dramatic. It's very much run through the airport, you know, and I think that's in their fantasy. They might not even have the time to think about you. Like maybe they have a very stressful job or they have a lot of stresses in their life. And, you know, as humans, we tend to create these escape fantasies when our real life gets to be too much. Okay. It's our brain's way of protecting us. So this person, when they step away, wow, I just got a very specific thing. Okay. When you knew this person back then, they had more power is what I'm hearing. They had more leeway. They had more choices. They had more. And they're in a place right now in their life where they have less. And maybe you have more. Maybe not more than them, but you just have more. Okay? It's not a competition. And it's almost like this person, they think of this time not only cherishing your memory, but in that memory, they had more than they have now. And it doesn't have to be money. Okay, this could even be like someone who maybe when you knew this person, they were like really confident in themselves and their body. And now they're older and life has happened and their body has changed. Okay? So it's like not only do these memories, it's like you are, it's you, but you anchor this memory of a time when this person felt like they were on top of the world. So although it's very heavy and can seem a little bit like suffocating because of how much this person puts importance on you or puts you on this pedestal, it's also because the when they knew you back then, they were in a period of their life where they had more power and more control, and they felt like they were on top of the world or they just had more. Okay? You happen to be the anchor of a part of their life where they felt happier than they do now. This person could have a lightning bolt tattooed on them, or something with lightning. There's lightning in three of these cards. The storm here, repression, something with lightning or thunder. You have awoken this person in some way or anchored this person. You're kind of their escape fantasy pile number two. And I'm literally, you guys, all of you guys look different. You're from different places, but I'm literally seeing a recording of just someone laughing and giggling or just like having a good time. I am specifically seeing a blonde, feminine, giggling, nighttime. That's that's what I'm getting. Okay, so that doesn't have to be for all of you, but if even if it doesn't resonate, it's like there's this particular images or videos or voice recordings that this person might listen to as a form of hope or faith. But that is your reading, pile number two, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile three, we're going to get right into your reading and see how you show up on people's devices, what they may be saying in phone calls and texts of you. Why are you showing up on their device? We're just going to get into things like that. I'm going to get the spread out and then we're going to talk about it and I'll give you the message. So, how is pile number three showing up on people's devices? How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? Okay, you got two of them. The nectar and the castle. How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? Successful game player. Discovery of new direction in life. How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? The Grim Reaper. I just heard you could have a Grim Reaper tattoo or a skeleton tattooed on you. That won't be for all of you. How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? Pride. All right, we'll get some tarot now. How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? How is pile number three showing up on people's devices? Silence. Integration. Stranger. Past life. Existence. Huh. I feel like I should get one more for you. I didn't do that for the other piles. Teacher. Okay, so right off the bat, I heard that people are talking about your home. You could have a nice home or something with the way you decorate. This could be with fashion. I did hear fashionista. You're showing up on people's devices as trendy. That's what I'm saying here. You're showing up as trendy, pile number three. Very fashionable. You're showing up as gatekeeping here, so people could think you look great, you seem fabulous, you have all this pride, but you're not sharing why you look so good, or you're not sharing your beauty secrets. You're Even though you're not sharing how you look so good, or how you got that house, or how you got that car, or whatever kind of successes, material successes you have with the pearls here, people still look up to you as a teacher, or they feel connected to you. They feel like you're the type of person that people would see on social media and they feel like you're their best friend. Like a parasocial relationship here. You're showing up on people's devices as always on the move. So whoever you are, you could be like on Instagram, or maybe you're some kind of social media person. Maybe you share fashion stuff or photo shoots, or you could be like into photography of trees and beaches, and you take pictures of your food, and people see you as living this very luxurious lifestyle. Like, you really get that sweetness out of life. Maybe you take pictures when you go out and have a drink with your friends, or with your significant other. You're someone where you put your lifestyle on display. You have a lot of pride here. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You're very confident, and you show up on people's devices as this celebrity energy, very mysterious. It's kind of like I said, like people are like, man, I would love to be friends with them, or man, I would love to go hang out with them, or they always look like they're having so much fun. There's a lot of FOMO here. People get FOMO, okay? I don't see you necessarily showing up in people's phone calls and text messages, but I am seeing you show people, like you showing up in people's comments, or like people could tag you in comments to try to get your attention or try to pull your attention. I'm seeing DMs. I'm seeing social media platforms. You are showing up on people's social media. You are showing up in their feed. You are showing up, when they're scrolling through shorts, or when they're on TikTok. You're showing up on people's feeds. You're showing up as someone who is influential and has some kind of success, with successful game player here. It makes me think of, social media is kind of like the lottery for some people. Some people, they just post their first video and they get millions of hits. You know what I mean? And then some people, it takes a little longer to reach that success. But maybe you're someone where you just have great branding, or how to communicate a caption, or there's something here where you have knowledge of how to be successful on devices, period. You could be someone who's on TV. You could do journalism. Maybe you're on your local news. You went to college for broadcast journalism, or you could be on the radio. There's something here where you're showing up on people's devices through business inquiries, okay, through emails, through things like that, very much as a star. Okay, you're showing up as a star. This is random, but a lot of people could feel like you could embody any kind of concept. So maybe you're someone who switches your look or aesthetic or concept a lot. So you could be, fairy core one day, and the next day you're tomboying it up, or, and then the next day you're like goth, and then the next day you are, wearing a mini skirt and like a tiny top. There's something here where you can fit any concept. And so people could use you as fashion inspiration. Maybe you show off your outfits, or your shoes, or your hair, and people could take your hair to the hairdresser and be like, hey, can I get my hair cut like this? Or can I have this color if you color your hair a lot? There's something here where you end up on people's, maybe you're someone who ended up on someone's Pinterest or something. It's like people use you for style inspo. This is feeling very general to me. You could, obviously you are showing up on people privately, but this is mostly a highlighting pile number three. You're showing up on a lot of strangers' devices, people that you don't really know, okay, or people that are acquaintances, or people who they know of you, but you have no idea who they are, okay. I just heard LinkedIn, so people could be looking at your LinkedIn. This is definitely giving old school celebrity vibes. Like, even though you're on social media, pile number three, I feel as if you only show people what you want them to see. Okay, there are certain areas in your life that you're silent about, or you know how to separate business from private. There's something here where you are like, even though people feel so much they can relate to you and they are your best friend, at the same time, there's still so much mystery about you and they don't really know you. And even they know this to an extent, but they feel like there's always something new to discover about you. Like, you're always like, man, pal number three, they always have this secret skill that they're good at. You know, people could know you for years and then one day they suddenly find out that you're really good at bowling, or you know what I mean, or you're a really good cook, or there's something here where you kind of keep your tricks in your pocket until it's an appropriate time to show them. You're very strategic with how you use your skill set, and I think people look up to this and they admire this because they too want to be in this energy of being able to create, release, create, and not have to worry about what people think. And you know, you come across very confident. Okay, like you'll just do whatever you want. You don't care what people think, and people really admire this about you. With the silence here, some of you guys, you're showing up on people's devices as ghosting them or not replying to their messages, or you know what I mean, not really, you know, maybe you left them undelivered. You know, I'm seeing silence here where it's like people are like, hey, you know, what's up, or they think real hard about what to say to you and then you don't even end up replying in the end. So there is something about, you know, your silence really resonating with people, and it makes them, you know, fall for you more because they're like, man, you know, they're so hard to reach. That people really do um, idolize you a little bit in a way. I don't want to say idolize. It's more like they just feel really connected to you and wanting to know more. So if you post on social media, people, they always want more. They're, you know, they, if you post stories or something, people are always looking at them. You have a lot of entertainment value. I don't know, maybe you feel like I don't really even really say much, but people are always tuned in. You know, if you live stream, as soon as you go live, people are ready to hit that notification and, you know, see what you've been up to or what you have new to say about the world. You kind of, you're like a big sister or a big brother to a lot of people. You're someone that they feel comfort with. You know, maybe you do some kind of ASMR or something. You know, people feel very comforted by you. They feel like they could trust you. Strangers, okay? You're showing up on strangers' devices more than the people that you know personally. I think you're someone who finds their family as opposed to being born in it. Not that you don't care about your family, you could love your family or whatever, but I feel like you're the kind of person where you build communities, you're not just a part of them. So there's a lot of emphasis here on the people you impact and the communities that you build parasocially online. You're just showing up as that person that people get really excited when you post something new. But that is your, I almost said video, so maybe you make videos, but that is your message, pal number three, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.